Hello, happy Sunday. It is I, Jeff. This is CJM. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, Jeff, how's it going? This is Mike from CJM as well.
And we are going to be your host for this week. And a lot of shit happened. Well, I should say more in a show-wise happened this week, which was pretty big.
Yes.
And we will dedicate half of this show to that because it was pretty big and it was awesome.
Yes, it's such a great moment.
Yes, but before that, we gotta get through our introductions as we did, how we're doing, and then the news. So, Michael, how are you doing this week?
I've been doing good. I mean, despite some long days of work, I have been good overall. It's been a good week. This week or early this week, got to play the Nintendo Switch with Mitch and Layla. Like the actual, regular Nintendo Switch, not the live version that I have.
So you got a
It's
Switch
good.
now.
Yeah, more or less. He left it here because he wanted to bring Incident Layla. I can play with it a little bit.
Oh God. Well, she is 4 years old, so.
And she was enjoying what she was doing with it. Which was she got I think she enjoyed the Cartoon Network game a little bit more.
Wait, what's that? Is that some kind of racing game?
Yeah, it was like a fighting game, like not fighting, it's like a beat 'em up game with like some Cartoon Network characters like Gumball, Adventure Time,
Oof.
Steven Universe.
Oh, so
And
that's Cartoon Network, not Nickelodeon.
yeah, sadly not a Nickelodeon. But she was enjoying it and stuff. We played Rayman Legends. That was fun.
Wait, that's still a thing.
Yeah, it was like one of Mitch's games or whatever.
Wow.
So it
Okay.
was good.
Okay.
Yeah, we had fun and stuff, and it was good. It was good.
Dare I ask, did he kick your ass, Mike?
No, we played evenly. After playing Rayman Legends, I did fairly well.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't pick. To be honest, folks, I don't ever picture Mike as being a gamer because he doesn't really play games much. And to hear that he actually is even, it's like, huh, okay.
That's true. Like I don't ever touch it. Even when I do, it's just like simple.
I mean, Batman. I mean, the Batman games. Yes, I can consider you like being like better than me at best. So
It'll be hardcore when the newest one comes up. Whenever that comes up.
probably in the spring or summer.
Yeah, spring or summer maybe.
I thought that game was going to be out like in January, but I guess it's holding out. I guess.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. And then the rest of the week's just been busy, chill. Kind of excited for the Muppets to finally be out on Disney Plus.
Yes,
That's
that
gonna be
got released on Friday. Yes.
yeah. That's probably part of the reason why the servers are acting up. Besides WandaVision crashing things.
A question, or at least a response to that. I'm very surprised people are, at least the generation and maybe before in the generation before us, hold that show in like high regard. It's amazing because
Um,
I always thought that show was like very niche or whatever.
I guess a lot of people I think like it because classic Jim Henson show and
Hmm.
Muppets are kind of like beloved and
Yes.
stuff. So I guess I can see why. Even though I think some episodes aren't like on there, like not all the episodes are on there. I think certain ones were like removed due to their their typical content, if I remember correctly. And I think some were edited, so it's not gonna be like completely 100%. But people remember, but most of it's there.
Hmm. It's not like anyone would know like which episodes got skipped or whatever. I certainly don't because when I watched the Muppet Show on Nick Jr. as a kid, like I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Yeah, and who knows? I think some people got a record of it, but who knows?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because there's an account dedicated to the Muppets.
Oh, I think I follow that account too. I think. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
I do. I gotta
yeah.
check.
Today would know. Today would know more about it.
I think I remember that one episode with Mark Hamill when he was a twin.
Yes, that was a good one.
And of course, that was when Star Wars was big. Not that it is not big nowadays, because who would have thought we got
Yeah,
like a fucking franchise based off more Star Wars in our adult lives?
yeah, exactly.
But more
Who
on
would have
that.
thought?
Sorry, go on.
No, who would have thought that? Like when we were kids, it was just the original trilogy. Then as high school comes around, boom, the prequel trilogy, and now in adulthood, the sequel trilogy. My God.
Yeah. I mean, at best, we had the books if you knew about what to look for.
Yeah, expanding universe. It, it's not like Legends. I guess Disney considers it Legends, but um, some of the stars were good. The okay.
I mean, I was just more fascinated with the characters actually having kids and everything.
Yeah,
That's what I was most
yeah,
fascinated with. I
yeah.
didn't care what the content was. Like, oh my god, I'm just curious about the kids.
Yeah, the kids, and then Mara Jade was an interesting character.
Oh yeah, who would have thought that? Apparently, that courtship with her and Luke lasted like years before they got married and had Ben.
Yeah, and so kind of disappointed she's not in canon yet, but I'm going, maybe she will.
As a different
Maybe.
interpretation instead of just being married to Luke.
Yeah, yeah, maybe her own character, maybe you know.
Even though one could say, and I think Chris mentioned this too, that Ray, um, Ray, Ben, Kylo Ren, and oh god, Finn could be the spiritual the spiritual versions of those characters of the kids, more or
Yeah,
less.
I can see that actually. You know, you're right. I think in a way they borrowed some of the elements from the expanded universe and just put them in there. So I could definitely see that.
Mm. So that's your week.
Yeah, that's my week in a nutshell. But
Cool.
I was your week.
My week was dedicated to watching some old MCU films like
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok, uh,
Yes.
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Mm-hmm.
Captain Marvel, and finish it all off Avengers Endgame.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a good week.
Yes, and I gotta say, I don't know, I think I remember more crucial words used in my podcast I listen to basically go by my assessment by what people think about those movies, like not being the best or not great. And I gotta say, it's just like me waking up to the fact that Fantastic Four by Fox was not bad.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as my personal opinion, don't listen to what anyone says just because you want to hear what they say about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one, Thor Ragnarok, yes, it still stands. It still stands. It's awesome. Like, of course, what Taika Waititi will do wonders for Thor: God of Thunder.
Yes, it's the best Thor film in my opinion.
Oh, most definitely. Though I still stand, even when I watched it like a year and a half ago, Thor
Oh,
2, The Dark World, it might not be memorable, but there are some parts that are actually kind of good. Particularly the Loki, the last Loki scene, well, his death scene, quote unquote, and then the last
oh yeah,
scene,
the death scene.
the death
I love
scene,
how he trolled everyone.
yes.
That is.
Because Loki, I mean, at the end of Thor 2, you would think that Loki was going to do something horrendous by being in power because it ended with him laughing.
Yeah.
And in
Then
Thor Ragnarok, what? No, nothing.
he's eating grapes and saying, "Oh shit!" when he sees the Thor coming. Like, he was just like, "Yeah, I'm enjoying myself."
Yeah, I guess they had to take that tone with it because no one was believing the fact that thought that Asgard was going to be in a pile of cinders by the time Ragnarok is, right?
Yeah, right. True.
I thought it was going to be, but I didn't know who Taika Waititi was much until I saw that film of
Yeah.
Ragnarok. So I said, "Oh, okay, okay, okay."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very jokey, of course, but still good. Very fucking good. At least he got the
And
point
so,
across. He got the point across, and this actually showed Chris Hemsworth being funny because during the downtime, he did do other films,
yeah.
and he showcased the guy is fucking funny.
Yeah, like in Ghostbusters, even though that film sadly got
It got panned,
horrible.
sadly, for reasons that we all know
Yeah,
why.
but he was like one of the best
He
parts
was
from
one of
that.
the best parts in that film.
Yeah.
He was also in a movie I liked called that hotel thing.
Oh yes. Dang, what's that name?
Del. Oh, I got it right here. Bad Times at the Al
Yes.
Royale.
Yeah, that film.
And
That's a good one.
it had Jeff Bridges, Cynthia Erivo, Dakota Johnson, John Hamm, Kaylee Spaney, Lewis Perlman, and Chris Hemsworth. And this movie fucking rocked.
Oh yeah.
If you don't know what that movie is, go watch Bad Times at the El Royale. Fucking good movie. It's awesome. Fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But I digress. Thor Ragnarok, yes. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp, yes. I stand. That is better than Ant-Man, and I guess I do. I am one of the ones that do like kind of skip or ignore the first Ant-Man because heist and everything. And granted, I mean they really wasted Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got it.
She,
Yo.
as it's said in the sequel, I'm all corporate, I'm all business with my haircut. Everything was because she had that short corporate business look, the short hair, like okay, whatever. But she let her hair loose in the sequel, and it's like, oh, she's much more chill compared to the first one. This is good.
Yeah, she's definitely gotten better.
I wonder if her last name is Pin though, or she just took her mom's name just for reasons. I forget.
I forget. I think. Well, I think the first one was due to the not understanding what happened to her mom. I think maybe it's been a while.
Mm, yeah. But the sequel's about trying to get to Janet Janet Van Dyne and everything, who was trapped in the quantum realm, and Scott has access to it because he shrunk at the last movie, but Kate was able to come back for a particular reason. So that says something. And he's
Yeah,
unlocked and he's on jail due to the circumstances behind Civil War and everything. And it's a little bit more quippy because he
yeah.
says, what did Scott say about Cap wanted help, and she says Cap, yeah, that's what we call them. She just give him a look like, what? Hey, dude.
Cap can see you now. Let's see.
I know it. Oh, if only Cap could see you now.
That's
So I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp
yeah.
is a good sequel. My God, I don't know why people don't really like it. It was a good palate cleanser.
I enjoyed it. I thought, yeah, it's good. I'm not sure why people didn't like it. Maybe I'm not sure if it's the story or maybe just I don't know. Some people might have hyped it up in their mind and were disappointed with results. I don't know.
Well, this was after Infinity War, and it was supposed to be a palate cleanser for us.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know. People are just like, want to be like that. Some people just are fickle with what they want. I'm just saying, it's a good palate cleanser. It doesn't have to be super serious like Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, this get
Can have fun in superhero film.
yeah,
We're
and
good.
it also showcased like the future of like Scott's daughter Cassie a little bit, most likely.
Yeah, yeah. And it gave us Agent Woo, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, Oh yeah, that character's now fucking beloved. I never thought that would happen.
Yeah, especially thanks to WandaVision and finally learning the trick.
Yes, yes. But what Ant-Man and the Wasp sequel, fucking good. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. That's a movie I can probably go back to and watch again for
Yeah.
reasons because it's like, okay, it's just good. God, I mean.
Mhm.
Then I watched, of course, the most controversial one for whatever reason for man, children, and chuds, Captain Marvel.
Oh god.
And even the people I like, who I listen to and watch, like on like fandom and everything, or whatever, I like their opinion. I like it. I respect it. I can agree with it for reasons what they were going by.
Mm.
Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, as Carol Danvers, said that she was just flat or monotone. At first, I guess that could be it when we first saw it. However, during the course of that film, as I paid attention, Carol Danvers, she is not wooden. She is very dry. She had freaking amnesia. She
Huh.
didn't know about her past. Of course, going back to the amnesia thing right now. But still, she had that. She didn't know who she was, but she did her job and it looked like she was powerful. She goes to Earth. Of course, she would be like mystified by this place.
Yeah.
Blockbuster, for fucking sakes. I mean, where did they get those damn tapes to recreate the thing? It was just so wonderful. Blockbuster, god damn it.
All those memories and stuff.
Oh,
Such a nostalgia trip,
oh,
and like her being like, well, quote unquote, trained by the by her captors or not captors, but like guys who took her in and stuff, and like pretended to be her like quote unquote family and stuff. It's like yeah, she's gonna be raised differently.
yes.
Mm.
It's not the high evolution. She was raised by the Star Force, by the Supreme Intelligence and the Kree Empire.
Yeah, the Korean Empire, the Korean Empire, and Supreme Intelligence, and you know, John did Jude Law's character, and kind of like training her, making her, you know, even though he's the one who kidnapped her and stuff.
Yes. And the thing is, she has a subtlety to her about the just being. She's a smart aleck. You can tell at first.
Yeah,
She's very
like
dry, very like not witty, but just got a dry sense of humor about her. Some people
yeah,
caught it far too confident or whatever, and the other half being sexist assholes were just saying, "Oh, what does she think she is? Fucking Tony Stark? Fuck off with that shit." No, 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 no.
well, I mean, she's one of the strongest characters so far. So she
Exactly,
has a
right?
right. She has a right to kind of be a little smug.
Thank you. That's the word. Thank you. Smog. Thank you.
Yeah, the smug and like it's like one. She could have taken out Thanos if he didn't cheat a little bit.
Exactly. And what I'm getting at throughout the movie, and I guess it also goes to the whole Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson being just a regular high profile agent at Shield in the 90s, mind you. 1995
Yes,
this takes place in.
yes,
I made sure to keep notes that 1989 she was captured. 6 years later, that makes 1995. This all happened.
yes,
And the thing is, people wanted Fury to be like this badass, oh motherfucker, I gotta cap your ass and shit. And he's just like he's just like a random dude thrusted into a situation, but he made it work.
yeah,
And he like Goose, the little freaking cat, or the flugger or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. The alien cat, the disease.
That that just fucking scratched him and gave him that fucking eye thing, and it's like, oh god, okay.
I felt like some bullshit in that story.
I mean, it's fucking Fury. Of course he can lie. That's fine. That's how. I mean, I don't mind it. Like, okay, it makes
To a
sense.
young Coulson.
Oh, Coulson, yeah, I like. Oh, yeah, Clark, yeah, he comes in, he does his shit, and it's awesome. He's a good supporting role for that movie.
Yeah,
And of
yeah,
course, we get we get a young Monica Rambeau and her mom,
Yes.
whom I do have a new appreciation for in this film too,
Yeah.
because I mean, it was basically said that they were both women in the Air Force at a time that
Yeah.
didn't allow women to do that shit. Like they did like secretary work, like maybe in the Air Force or whatever.
Yeah. Sexism was definitely rampant back then.
Yeah.
Still is today, sadly, but even more so back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yes. And I mean, you could ask anyone who was like in any kind of military unit who was a mom. Like I could ask my mom, she probably would probably say something to it, like, it's like a lot of sexism, a lot of old men being, like, oh god. But that's beside the point. What I'm getting at is that, of course, they would have to be like, get up fucking early and do the job to hold up with the guys and everything. I guess
Mm.
that's so they had to do shit like that, but it really bonded to them because the way she said it, Carol, you were there for me. You helped me be like you supported me when I'm being a single mother to my child, and that got
Mm-hmm.
to me because I'm also a single child, so with a mom. So
Yeah.
it's kind of personal for me. So I fuck off anyone who dismisses that shit and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
And the thing is, she just says, "Oh, what did he say when it came to that part when what's his name, the fucking squirrel."
Oh yeah.
Oh
Good
shit,
old
I gotta pull it up. Monica, Tesseract, Roger Pegasus, Nick Fury, Phil Coulson, the Tesseract, one the Accuser, Brie Larson, Nick Fury, Ben Mendelsohn, Talos.
Yes. Tell us.
He's effing funny. He's good. He's got the wit.
Yeah, he's very good. He's best known for playing bad guys. It was good to see him let loose his comedic chops.
Yes. And he's like, and when everyone else said it's not a coordinate, it's this and this. It's basic physics.
Um,
Wait, what? You're my science guy, really? And he just says, what? What do you want? What do you want from me? My science guy. Seriously? You couldn't figure that out? Okay.
yeah.
So I should probably wrap this up, but Captain Marvel at its core, and then she discovers that she's stronger than she realized, and and that they were holding her back, and she was able to break free and become the person she is, thanks to the people in her lives currently.
Yeah.
And of course, she goes fucking Super Saiyan and is just like very cocky. Like, do you really want to do this? When she saw Moon and the Accuser bring up all those fucking ships and she destroyed one.
But I was like, yeah, peace out, bitch. We're leaving.
Exactly. And in the end, she did say, only call me. She just says, only in an emergency, Nick. Call me only in an emergency. That shit in New York in 2012, that wasn't a fucking emergency. That was like something he had to prove to get the Avengers to get their shit together or something.
True.
I know people say, well, why don't you come over here? Because it wasn't that much of a big emergency. The
Yeah.
Avengers had to be the one to take care of the business and protect Earth.
Yeah, it wasn't like Thanos was there. It was just part of his army.
Exactly.
It was him full frontal and even.
And I did hear, and I do remember a critique, like, some people were upset by the fact Nick Fury got the Avengers off of her name because it was on her fucking jet, and some people were just like upset, like, what? Like, he needed inspiration. What the fuck do you people want? Can you never be happy? Why must you critique everything like this? But this, I gotta remember, it's some of the hardcore comic fans. I gotta remember that's the case. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go to our core MCU. It's not a one-to-one. The comics first. I know people are shocked to hear that. What? It's not. No, it's not.
It's not the comics. It's its own thing. This is the
It's its own
MCU.
thing. Yeah, because they're not going to be able to do everything quite 100% from the comics. because some of it's not going to translate well into film language.
Fans might get it, but this is for like again, movies are not for fans more or less. It is for the moms, it's for the Joes and Jans of the world who
Yeah, exactly.
it's for our
But
parents,
no,
as it were.
yeah, it's like simplified fodder, basically. It's like because they're not going to get the intricate backstories of Captain Marvel. They have to dumb it down a little bit.
Yes.
bit. Or Red Skull, let's dumb it down a little bit. Or Thanos, they're going to use the whole death, courting death thing because that was
That's just weird.
weird.
Let's just be honest. That's just weird.
Yeah, that was just weird. So they had to give him a new motivation, something a little bit easier to understand.
Oh, and to go off the Captain Marvel thing, Endgame's still effing great. I mean, god
Yes.
damn it, it's so great. Everything about it. Yes, yes, yes. Time travel might be kind of iffy for reasons that will be explained later. That we will see ramifications of them fucking around with time.
Yeah.
Because why not? Because we're gonna get we're gonna get fucking what's
Kang
his
the Conqueror.
Kang the flipping Conqueror.
In Ant-Man 3, by the way.
Yes. Into the quantum verse, or what was it? What was it called? Into the quantum verse or something, or
Something like that. It's Quantum verse, Quantum Realm.
oh yeah, it's like quantum verse something. Like oh okay.
Yeah, by the way, he's coming. His story's also convoluted, so they're gonna probably have to simplify it a little bit.
Yes. Marvel comic, so Endgame's still great and everything. The last battle seemed great. I still don't get why some. I don't know who the some is. I have a picture in my mind because I remember this one person saying it at the time, and I wonder if this person still thinks that way. That the scene with all the women coming by to help Captain Marvel says she will not be alone. As like it's supposed to be like an Easter egg to a force, pretty much.
Yes.
And someone just said it wasn't earned. Like, oh, come on, what the fuck do you? What the? How is it not earned? It's a badass scene.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess that's just me. I guess we all see things differently or whatever. It's like okay, whatever.
I mean, it was nice Easter egg, but also it's just like them like coming together for like we've had enough of Thanos wrecking shit. It's time for us to stand up.
Thank you, Michael.
That moment. That moment.
Yes.
Because hey, women can fight too.
Yes, and I think that needs to be pushed because I think they also did that due to the whole Captain Marvel backlash, more or less. I think that's why they chose to do that in a way too.
Mm.
And to be honest, and this is pretty much kind of well known in Marvel. It's majority all the female characters who are better than the male counterparts power wise.
Yep.
I mean, that is all the women holding that shit down. To be honest, I mean, god damn it.
Mm.
I mean, there are various notes and everything you can take off that shit, but it's all the women who are much more better than the male counterparts, depending. If you're not Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, etc., etc., etc. But you know.
Mm.
But that's beside the point. So MCU films still great. I picked the three most random, well, not the three most not liked and everything, and I stand by they're fucking good. So I enjoyed it.
Yes.
And that's pretty much my week / MCU ramble, I guess, for the show. And Michael, I guess I want to do one thing before we get to our news portion of the show.
Of course.
I want to thank anyone who's actually watching for like a little bit, and kind of give this a like, please. It kind of builds up confidence and shit.
True, it does.
And thank you, 16 subscribers, for at least sticking with us and not unsubscribing, because that would be very, very sad and disappointing, because it feels like we would have done something else and shit. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sticking around, and we hope we are much more better by the time we get to our 50th episode.
Yes, which will be next Sunday.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, Chris should be back on Sunday um after a big he had to take a break.
He had to take a short break, but he'll be back.
Yes.
And you'll be in time for the last 2 episodes of Spoiler Cast of WandaVision.
Yes, yes, yes.
Timed and right, I think.
Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to do that, and let's get to CJM's latest news portion.
Yes.
Okay, Mike. I didn't write this shit down. I'm trying to go by memory here, but anything big happened in the week leading up to this Sunday?
Well, Mortal Kombat's trailer dropped.
Mortal Kombat, but it didn't have that. It's like the new movie.
Yeah, it's a new movie. It's not the 95 movie, which is still good. Cheesy, but good. But the trailer looks awesome. And I think it's going to be a good film. I'm praying it's a good film.
Yes, I pretty much enjoyed it. I didn't see that main character for the movie fight. It was just like bits and pieces of like we see Jax getting his arms destroyed by Sub-Zero,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then talking about that mark he has on his chest saying it's a sign that a tournament's about to start or whatever, and you need to go to these people and gather them. And so the 4 people that will gather for this tournament is there's this character named Cody or something, I forget his name, who gives me a Jin Kazuma feel.
Yeah.
Jax,
Yeah.
Jax, Sonya, Kano, and Liu Kang and Kung Lao, so it's 6.
Yes.
And they'll be fighting Shang Tsung's forces in a tournament to see if Outer Realm will invade and take control of Earth Realm.
Yes.
We see, and I think the biggest points were Scorpion and Sub-Zero's fight and showcasing Sub-Zero's abilities, because it seems like he's supposed to be the main antagonist bad guy in this movie.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because it's like a character most people know, so it makes it easy, I think, to relate, even though there could be more bad guys absolutely. But yeah, looks decent and looks great. So I think it's gonna be a good film. I think.
Yes, I have no takeaways to say, because I mean, we all know in the original Mortal Kombat film,
Yeah,
there were moments of fighting, but the main fights mostly included Liu Kang and Johnny Cage, and
yeah,
Sonya Blade getting only one fucking fight in that film, only against Kano, like, because she's a woman, let's give her one fucking battle. It was like, technically, really, that one fight scene pretty much put that movie on the map for me, seeing Sonya Blade fight off Kano.
yeah.
Even if she
It was a
killed him
good
off,
fight.
it was a good fight, but
Yeah,
she killed him off, so it's like, oh. And it's like thinking, oh, so she has nothing else left. She fulfilled her mission, so, okay.
yeah.
Maybe I should have
Sadly,
done something else, but who knows.
sadly, she was an underrated character in that, or underused.
Well, she was she was a pretty female for us boys, so that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, sadly.
A trophy, as it were, because she gets kidnapped by Shang Tsung for whatever reason. I challenge her! God. He's putting off a fucking villain moment. Oh, God, really? We kidnapped the girl?
He was already on main, basically. He was having an ambassador moment.
Yes!
What?
Like, will she be able to win? No. Like, no. Like, ooh. Oh, that really is something against Sony in this film.
Yeah.
But Liu Kang was able to fulfill his destiny. But this new film, I saw like hints of the newer Mortal Kombat workings with that whole Sub-Zero turning that dude's blood into an ice dagger, Scorpion's blood into an ice dagger, and stabbing him.
Yeah.
That's so totally the newer version, the newer games of Mortal Kombat right there.
Hmm. Yep.
But it should be fine. I don't know why. I need to stop looking at fucking comments on YouTube or whatever or Twitter because I remember more of the negativity than just people and being enjoying about wanting to enjoy this film. It's like saying, oh the dialogue sucks. Like what? Oh, it sounds wooden. Everyone's a fucking critic on Twitter and YouTube comments now, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's true. It's just a trailer. Like, it isn't final product.
They're probably trying to finish up everything before April.
True, and once again, they'll do editing and, of course, maybe a couple of reshoots before everything's finished.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm curious what they're going to do with Melina and if we'll see Katana in there because, wow, we're going to get the introduced to clone before the actual princess who will somehow wind up with Liu Kang, but we don't know.
I remember reading that there's like hints that Katana references to her, but who knows if she's gonna be introduced or maybe not.
You know,
Who knows?
it feels like this movie could have a sequel, given the fact how what's happening.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I think it's going to have a sequel.
yeah, she might be just introduced in the sequel. They might just tease her and then boom, she appears in the sequel. Maybe.
Yeah, and
You know.
and she's probably going to be like either um what's his name, Shao Kahn's assassin
Yeah,
because that's her deal for like a hot minute.
yeah, I can see that. And that's probably what's gonna happen. I don't know.
But
Be
again, this is
surprised.
just a theory. We don't know what's going to happen yet.
Yeah, because once again, we haven't seen film yet, so it's just a little speculating.
But it has a lot of blood, a lot of gore as it should be. So this will most
Yes.
likely surpass the nostalgia of Mortal Kombat '95.
Yeah. This ain't your daddy's 95, and this is gonna be raw as shit, bloody.
Technically, that was us back in the day, Michael.
Yeah.
We are the dad.
This ain't your cheese fest. This is hardcore, ripping your guts out, skulls. Yeah.
I'm actually feeling the new Kano a little bit
Yeah. Hmm.
because he's supposed to be a sick fuck.
True.
So this would be fun.
Yes.
So this should be fun. We get more characterization of Kano this time, not just because he wants to do something to Sonya in the first movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did, didn't he?
So but apparently they will do fatalities. We do not know if anyone will die. They might have to like cut the meat. They'll probably have to like, cut off excess meat and fat to this movie. So we might be seeing maybe one or two characters bite the dust. Who knows?
Yeah, probably.
But again, we'll have to wait and see. And I guess one more thing about Mortal Kombat, the new film. Oh, what was it? Oh, there was something about that film after seeing the trailer twice. It looks awesome. So we'll see what happens. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so any other news, Mike, that you can think
Mm-hmm.
of?
I could think of. Um, let's see. No, besides like the Nintendo Direct for Japan. Not much.
Yeah. So what? Are the fans upset or something? As always, they can't be satisfied.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like you can't satisfy everyone. Like I guess people are just like having expectations of certain games, certain things being released, but it's Nintendo. They're not gonna always please everyone. Yes, and of course Smash. People are just like, you bringing these characters from Xenoblade? Ah!
How
You know,
dare you not bring Sora from Kingdom Hearts?
yeah, like people were like, we want Sora. No, we getting Xenoblade instead.
I don't know why people think they're gonna be fucking Sora, because that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, the day that happens is the day Mario finally stops being a game. It's like, yeah, no, like it might be possible, but the likelihood is very slim.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, that's the Nintendo news. I guess another news is apparently yesterday, for whatever reason, I don't know why, and this ticked me off to no end until it was
Oh yeah,
confirmed. Fantastic Four. Someone, I don't know what, some lame ass Twitter or whatever thought some got some hot news regarding the that Fantastic Four was gonna um start up in Australia, start doing everything. And people thought Jennifer Lawrence was down there, and they assumed that she was going to become she's the new Susan Storm of the Fantastic Four. And then there was like a lot of blowback as expected with this news.
yeah, because
But
it's like early.
it's not true. It was just I don't know. The internet, someone did something and it just blew up. It didn't need to. Everyone was saying their words about Jennifer Lawrence being good, bad, and then the whole fan casting people were acting up. And they were like saying, "Oh, but I want Krasinski and his wife to be Reed and Susan, and just because of these three reasons." Shit like that. I was like, "Oh god damn it!" All right.
Mm,
But it was confirmed last night, and I actually made sure to send this to the Discord nerdy shit because it had to be said that Marvel Studios has reportedly only just started meeting with writers on Fantastic Four per the ad address. There isn't a script, and it will be a while before production begins.
yeah, because like Marvel plans early, but they're not like planning out it at least till maybe 2023 before we actually like hear anything about it. Because like I know Marvel likes to plan stuff, and once again, they're they're gonna like they take this slowly because you know because last film was a um well it was a train wreck of epic proportions. So
We've
they
discussed
kind
that. We've discussed Van Forstic on here, right?
yeah. Well, I'm not sure if we was on CJM, but we we briefly touched on it. I think about like how yeah it was a train wreck. So they probably are gonna be planning this out a little bit more, hopefully, and like just really like really seriously just like plan and like being careful with it
Mm-hmm.
because because again the first thing was something and it wasn't the good something, it was like the disappointing something.
Yes.
So I'm hoping they're planning it and like staying away from Easter eggs for a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
like a name drop, I don't mind. Like they're planting the seeds, but we don't need a full blown appearance from them yet.
Fun fact. Well, not even a fun fact. The Fan Forstic came out in 2015.
Yes. Oh my god, it's been almost 6 years.
Exactly. It was. I should apologize to you, Mike. I asked if you wanted to go see it. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
No. I enjoyed what when both of us going and stuff, and I did. It amused me, but like, yeah, the film itself is like, ugh.
It was just a. It was not even a disappointment at this much. It was just breaking my heart.
Yeah, it was like, um, I felt bad because it was like it had potential and stuff.
Visually, it looked nice, but particularly with the powers of Susan Storm and I guess maybe even Reed. But
Yeah,
they fucked up Doom, and that was like that's a horrendous offense right there. Like, oh shit, you fucked up Doom, you fucked
yeah,
up Doctor Doom. You're done. Damn.
yeah. They made him into a character he wasn't. Like I was like,
I'm gonna bring this world to the negative zone. And
yeah, I was like,
why?
like what? That's not Doom. That's some other villain, maybe.
That should have been like a nihilist or some shit like that. It shouldn't have been Doctor Doom at the first battle. Come on.
Yeah, I was just like, uh, okay.
It was just well, of course, it was supposed to be horror, I guess, but whatever.
I guess, but they were like one of the best Marvel villains. It's like, uh,
And you know what? For future reference, I should avoid any news of Fantastic Four unless it's official by Marvel.
yeah,
MCU. I should just not look at any tweets regarding that shit yet. I know I think that it's not nothing Fantastic Four wise will start up at least until like 2 years.
yeah, and even then, it's probably gonna not be filmed for a bit because they gotta write it, plan it out, like they've done with other Marvel films and stuff. And I would be surprised if it's Phase 5 before we hear anything about it.
You know what? Depending how far Phase Four goes, I think that could be the case.
I mean, who knows? Like I said, I know
Or it
there's,
sounds legit, more or
yeah,
less.
yeah, because once again they're planning this stuff out, and once again, I know they planned this stuff like years in advance. So yeah, so once again, probably won't be for a bit. It's not going. They're doing it right. So we'll wait and see.
You know, I have in my head now that they're probably going to wait for 2024 because 444.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. Like I would not be surprised if it releases in 2024 or maybe them releasing a trailer maybe in 2024. Who knows?
Yeah, and then maybe, or they'll probably wait maybe like 20 years. Or, yeah, they can do 2025 because the first film came out in 2005.
Yeah,
That's 20 years.
that makes sense. So I mean, that's a likely timeline. But once again, we'll wait and see.
Especially with this pandemic and how everything's going,
Oh yeah,
certain
true.
thing wise. So
Yeah,
there'll probably be a delay, so I really shouldn't be getting my eggs in a basket and shit. So
yeah, yeah. So for those who are wanting Fantastic Four, just wait a bit. I understand people are, I guess, excited for it, but nothing has been officially done yet.
yeah, I mean, you might get Jessica Jones back before Fantastic Four. Who knows? Or Daredevil.
Exactly. We might get them in the MCU for then
Hmm?
and stuff. So we'll wait and see what happens.
Yes, yes. All right. I think that's all the news. I mean, I could bring up some more chuds acting up on for the Phantom Thieves and shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that tweet was. I don't know how serious it is, but if it is, it's like, you like, please, like Nintendo's rich enough, like they're not gonna care about some random like tweet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
Besides, I think I mean, I just remember a time before Persona 5. It was just about detectives, a small town trying to save a little girl and try to solve a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Persona 4 is pretty much for me where I probably should end Persona games.
Mhm.
Persona 5 just took the world by storm, or at least took a fans by storm, and it built up this foundation that now no one can penetrate, at least you can, but some fans who are very ignorant think that it is like the top tier shit and the best shit ever.
Mm-hmm. And a sequel or Son of Strikers will be out, I think, 23rd.
Yeah, it's coming out on Tuesday
Yeah, so
officially.
uh, on Switch and PS4, 5. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
I mean,
Um,
I'm just doing it just to complete it. But after this, as I said in the past, I am Persona 5 out. Game wise and story wise, fan fiction wise, I am done. I can't do it anymore.
mhm.
The fandom. I'll leave this to the ones who think us adults are stingy assholes that we cannot understand what it means to be. We are corrupted assholes being adults, and teenagers should rule, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I got from it. From what everyone's tweets about when Persona 5 came out, like, yeah, adults suck.
Well,
You're a 23-year-old man. What the fuck are you talking about? You're an adult too.
mhm, it's true. I mean, there's some of those stuff, but yeah.
All right. I think this is it, Mike. I think we're going to dedicate the last part of CJM to WandaVision,
LA episode 7,
episode 7.
2000s, baby.
Yes, yes, yes. And I got to find my damn remote. Ah!
Oh no.
uh, sorry about that. That was just something. Anyway,
Yeah.
episode 7. I actually want to look up the damn title for this. I want to look up the title to say it officially. But Michael, what are your thoughts for? Oh, before we start, there will be spoilers. You should have been watching the show. What are you doing? You should have been watching it.
Spoilers, and if you haven't seen it, Twitter's already spoiled you.
Oh
So,
yeah, it's been spoiled. Yeah, you got 3 days to watch it before you listen to us.
yes. But I liked the episode. I thought it was really good. I liked the opening sequence. Obviously, was like a homage to The Office, but the actual sitcom aspect was Modern Family, obviously, and stuff, which was good. Um, I kind of like the episode kind of playing around, like for like at first, like Wanda's quote unquote powers, or really the world was like glitching a little bit. Um, I was kind of disappointed that Darcy wasn't a waitress,
Mm-hmm.
but whatever. I mean, it was like small, like oh, okay, but it was not like a bad thing. Whatever the character be in that world, because spoilers from episode 6 when Wanda expanded the axe and engulfed everyone, or just about everyone, in that, and they became like circus characters. Um, I thought that was funny and stuff, and like Vision, like in that moment where Vision and Darcy were able to like connect. I thought it was really well done. But of course, the best part of the episode was the big reveal that Agnes was behind everything, or as Agatha, it was Agatha. all
It was
along.
Agatha all along.
Like that, and it goes into that song, and I was just like cracking up because it was so well done. And then, oh yeah, and Sparky too. And it's like, I was just like, wow, I gotta figure that. But damn, like that was a good introduction to this character who we all kind of figured she was this character, but we didn't know what role she was playing.
Mm-hmm.
And like Marvel, kudos to them, like giving us some misdirects and stuff to make us think, oh, maybe she isn't this character, or maybe she is involved, but no, she was behind just about everything. Like she's the one who's influencing Wanda or making Wanda like create this X and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's possible maybe if Agatha will resurrect Vision, or at least giving us this vision in this world. So yeah.
So, how did you feel? And did you see the post credit?
Yes, I saw the post credit. Pietro and like Snoopers, it's like, hmm. Now it has to raise the question, like, is he a construct by Agatha, or another villain in disguise, or just a random citizen that Agatha possesses throughout? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and of course there's the references to witchcraft and stuff. And of course, like at first when I saw the episode, I thought, did she turn the boys into flies? And I saw flies, and just like, oh god, no, don't that. But then, and I started thinking, of course, Easter eggs to possibly to the devil, but then I was reminded that in China um they can't, like, Marvel can't like use like devil imagery or imagery that invokes death. So then that reminds me, like, thinking, hmm. So maybe we aren't gonna get Mephisto in the MCU. Maybe we'll get another character that kinda represents what Mephisto can do, but isn't quite him. So that's why I said maybe Nightmare would be, quote unquote, the equivalent in the MCU.
Hmm.
Because I was reminded that that's why Taskmaster's mask was changed for the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Because comics it looks like a death skull. So for Black Widow, they changed it because it's gonna be playing in China, and
Oh, okay.
and and China has this thing because like death or the devil or anything is just like it invokes bad luck and stuff.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So that's what got me thinking that maybe no, unless they do a Mephisto in a different way, I can see that. But once again, it might just be a throwaway Easter egg to the character, but maybe not a direct, like, one to one. It is him
Mm-hmm.
because once again, it could be any character. It could be Nightmare. It could be just a random construct that Agatha created to serve her, or it
Mm-hmm.
could just be a random character that she just created to look sort of like Pietro. Even though we know it's the X-Men Pietro as fans, sort of like as a big, oh my god, it's like fan moment. But who knows like what that character is, and we'll probably find out next episode, or definitely by the end. We'll find out exactly, like, is Agatha like working saw Agatha? Like, what's her motivation? Is she getting help from another Marvel character like Nightmare? Because like Nightmare's supposed to factor in Doctor Strange too a little bit, and stuff, or maybe one of the villains in that, or is it just a something else? And what is Hayward like planning for Vision? Obviously, we'll also probably explore it as well. But yeah, no, I'm really psyched for the next two episodes because like I want to know what's going. I want to know how it ends.
Cool. So that's Mike's take on the whole episode 7 of
Yeah,
WandaVision. Breaking the Fourth Wall is the episode title.
yeah,
So for
yeah.
me, I watched it, and I'm glad I don't check Discord so much before I watch, because I'm positive what's going to happen. So I gotta wait until I watch the episode myself.
Yeah.
Um, so I took some notes, relatively, like maybe for like 15 minutes, and it's not that much. It was just keywords and everything I wrote down for myself.
Yeah.
But as everything, we see Wanda wake up, and she's still like wearing her outfit from like the previous night of expanding the hex.
Yeah, she was like so down.
And then it's like she's like going through like the mom mode in Modern Family, like talking to the
Yeah,
to the recording or whatever.
yeah,
And the kids are like saying, "Mom, something's wrong with our game." And then you see the kids' stuff like fritz out and go like backwards in time or whatever.
yeah, it's going backwards. Like it's like from like a Wii or Switch or whatever to like Uno at the end.
Yeah, it's
You
like,
know,
ooh, Uno. Like they know what Uno is at this point in the time. Like,
oh
whatever.
god, yeah, and that's a great like nod to the gaming and stuff and the glitches.
Yeah, I'm positive Zoomers would probably freak the fuck out if they didn't have their shit. If they were back in the 60s.
Like no, 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 no.
Wanda's powers do freak out throughout the entire episode, particularly in the beginning segments.
Yes.
Title sequence is just Wanda, 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 Wanda. Oh, it's all about Wanda. What about Vision? Slides in at the end credit. Just slides in.
Yeah,
Like, oh fuck, okay.
and it's created by Wanda Maximoff. Like
Yeah.
no, yeah,
I like the fact that she doesn't say this right now, but I like the fact after a point, the boys are asking her what's wrong and everything, will everything be okay or something. She just says, "You know what? I don't know, boys. Life can get messy, and I don't know." And they just give her a look like, "Mom," and then she just pretty much just says, "You know what? I just have a case of the Mondays. Am I right?" And it's like, damn, she is really hitting her breaking point. It's kind of sad to see and kind of scary that this character
yeah,
is
yeah,
hitting the point of no return. That's fucking.
yeah,
We really should be very concerned about her mindsets.
yeah. We should.
I also mentioned sword temporary place because we do go back and forth at times to the outside world to see what happened with Hayworth and his nonsense with Sword. I like Sword. I dislike him because he's just an asshole.
Yeah,
But so they got a temporary place and they're gonna do something probably in the next episode.
yeah. Actually, one of my favorite like weird meta theories
Mm-hmm.
about Angler is that someone said he's gonna be Ultron. I'm just like oh god, okay,
Oh,
and I'm just like
oh God! Do you think they got enough money to get him back in here?
no, no, I don't think they do, but like I just thought it's like a funny like meta, very meta theory because like Ultron, like they got this ironically from the Avengers cartoon
Mm-hmm.
where Ultron quote unquote like posed as a human agent or like one of those like dungeon instructors and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But but like I thought that was like funny and like in a kind of weird way, like because like they keep referencing Ultron and like okay, I can see that. But I think that's just the having fun with the character. Will they bring Ultron back? Probably. Will he be back in the future? Maybe, who knows? But I don't think it's gonna be this. I think they're just have fun with the whole like Wanda Vision connected to Ultron stuff. But I thought that was a funny like fan theory.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I know we all like James Spader, and I think people are like starting to come around appreciate Ultron. So I'm glad they're doing that, but I don't think he's gonna be brought back like in this series or any other series. I think he'll be brought back in a movie, maybe, but that won't be for a while.
Maybe, or at least he could be
Yeah,
like a. He'll. I mean, for God's sakes. I mean, not for God's sakes. I mean, he could very well be in Sword and Shield's database, like as in
that
the
is
archive
true.
or something. Like he's referenced that way. Like Ultron was a big thing. We fucked up. No, Tony Stark fucked up. He created Ultron. It was based off his mind frame.
Yes, and it could be a way later on to bring him back. But once again, I just found it like humorous that fans are coming up with some interesting theories, some more plausible than others. But
Yes.
I thought
Yes.
that theory is just funny because like Hayward is just like a original character to this series, so people are just like questioning him who he is.
Well, I'm going to put a pause on what I'm about to say and just say this. The MCU, yes, it does take a lot of shit from comics, but as you said,
Yes.
they have the MCU movies are not for fans, though. It is
Yeah.
made to try to simplify the most controversial shit that has happened in comics. Some good, some bad. Dumb it down for various other people so they
Yeah.
can like it.
Yes. And maybe just what his character is a simplified version of other characters in the past.
Yes, or he's just a character for the show, and we should just give up on trying to stretch many theories to make a lot of people something, because we
Yeah.
need average people. We need go-to created characters just for the show to be expositionists for us.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
don't have to be any supporting person that we know, though. I'm now getting that, like, we don't need that. We just need exposition, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. So not every original character is a character from the comics. Maybe they just create for the show to be there to bounce off things.
Yes. Okay, I'm pausing. So apparently, due to the big hex growing and expanding, the show is dead air right now. That nothing's being shown to them, so we don't. So they're practically going in blind at this point. They don't know what they're doing.
Yep.
I also made a note that said the shape of the house is a hex. The shape of the hex is a house. The entire
Mm-hmm.
hex briefly looked like a giant house to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
Yeah.
that means anything. It looked like that to me. I could be mistaken. So,
I mean, it could be, or it could be like a reference.
yes.
Hmm.
Vision wakes up. He's surprised. He's still where he was when he was getting broken down. Darcy's in the circus, and she says something. She is not in her. She's not broke girl. She is not the two broke girls thing. Sadly, she is just an escape artist because
Yeah.
she was in a handcuff before she got sucked in. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I do agree, Mike. That was a wasted opportunity because she could have just been a sassy. Well, she already is sassy, but a sassy waitress and shit, and call it a
Yeah,
day.
I was like, the way I was just like, okay, fine. She's an escape artist.
I guess there was too much to ask. I mean, if you're curious about Kat Dennings, go watch Two Broke Girls. It's on like CBS or something. It's on
Yeah,
repeat.
I
Whatever.
guess it's too meta for them.
Yeah,
Like,
like nah, we gotta keep that shit separate. I get it, but nah.
yeah,
Um, and I also made a note that's saying not Uncle Pedro from what Wanda said to the kids about the whole I'm it's not the
yeah,
case of the Mondays shit. Reality is warping, and she's getting freaked out. Agnes appears and just says, "Oh, Wanda, I'll go watch the kids," and she's making commentary too about like biting a kid once. God damn it, that should have just also been a warning. She's a fucking witch. You
yeah,
get it, Hansel and Gretel.
yeah, exactly.
Seriously, it makes
Like the
sense. She's a
witch,
fucking witch.
yeah, the witch dialogue, and then the kids discovering, at least Billy, like discovering,
She's
like,
empty. Everything is
yeah,
quiet inside.
yeah, it's quiet. So that sent red flags, like, hmm, yeah,
I'll break away from that just to get ahead to the whole voice thing. So they eat like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with some milk or something, and then
yeah,
when Wanda goes there later, she doesn't see them, and we don't know what happened to the kids. She's either
yeah,
transformed them into flies, which would be so horrific, but that's so sad, or it was like some kind of sleeping thing, and they're upstairs, and they might have just metamorphed to being teenagers.
I mean, that's possible. But once again, you don't know what happened. It's like a fairly
We gotta wait till
state.
Friday. We gotta wait till Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, Agnes talks to kids. Monica and Wu get the data. Monica and Wu get the data that Darcy sends. Darcy talks with Viz after he breaks her out of the mindscape, and weird shit keeps preventing him to go ahead. And we see Vision have a Jim moment from The Office, and I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I have never watched The Office. Um, I saw comparisons, and I kind of get it now. Like, oh, okay. The Jim
Yeah.
face, that look he gave the camera and everything. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely a reference to The Office. Plus, once again, being like Rwanda, talking, breaking the fourth wall, sort of. That's also like from Modern Family as well as The
Yeah.
Office. A little bit.
Very 20, it's like the late 20, it's like the late 20s slash early 2010s, that's it were.
Yes.
I never thought I'd be saying this shit. I never thought I'd be saying those words. Oh, right. The 20 aughts and the 2010s. Like, fuck. I'm old.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We're both old.
Damn it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, there's also, oh, Monica and Wu wind up going to a safe place where they are introduced to an army person that was a friend of Monica's mom. May she rest in peace.
Mhm.
And it's not Reed Richards. It's just someone who just brought something there that could have been made by someone. We don't know who. And to be honest, at this point, I could go without hearing the word Reed Richards in this show. Maybe
Yeah.
just a smidge of just an empty desk, and I'm taking what Hector said off of Heroes Reforged. Like, I just want to see an empty desk saying, "Where is that person that made that thing?" and just have an empty desk, and it just says, "I'm on a date" or something, and call it a day. Like, okay,
Yeah, and then that would be a good Easter egg and good setup. Definitely.
we don't need to see him. We just need to know he exists.
Exactly. Like, if he exists, that's great. We'll see him later on down the road.
Because no
Yeah,
one's been cast as Reed Richards, so no one yet. I don't think. No,
yeah,
I haven't heard
exactly.
anything.
So it's like it's jumping the gun a little bit, but like a little Easter egg or teaser.
Yes.
Once again, like that works because people want to definitely see that. But who knows? Who knows if we'll see that or not?
Michael, question.
Yes.
What if Evan Peters is Johnny Storm?
Ooh, you know what? I could actually see that. You know, like I could see that actually a little bit. I mean, that would actually be a great like theory or great like fan casting or guessing. Yeah, I could see that actually.
I don't know why, because it just seemed like it just came to me right now. Like, what if he's actually Johnny Storm, just put in the form of Quicksilver, and he just randomly visit this punk town for whatever reason? Like, I just came to get something. I just wanted to get a beer here. I'm heading back to New York to meet my sister or something.
Yeah, and then he just gets warped or trapped. I mean, that would be a good story, fan story, or could be real. Who knows?
Yeah, but anyway, I should probably get this out the way more. We see the commercial now, a commercial about depression.
Yeah, which references to the
The
Nexus.
Nexus. So I actually just remember now from what you said, and then from what the commercial was going by watching it like 2 or 3 times during the course of the weekend. You're right. Everything is supposed to be connected to the multiverse at some point. Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, because that's all going to be somewhat connected.
Yeah, they're gonna be connected in some way, but I guess good like Easter egg reference.
And the fact with the multiverse says, you are, something about you're not the most important person in the world, or are you, or some shit like that, with the same lady
Yeah,
who's been in all the commercials. And by the way, people, you need to go back and watch some of these episodes, particularly the old shit, because that shit was just great. I don't care what anyone says, those were great episodes.
mm-hmm.
The black and white, I loved it. We get back, so Darcy takes the kids. Monica's car thing does not work, unfortunately, because it's like it feels like it's like hitting a wall when trying to enter the hex,
Yeah.
and the
Mm-hmm.
thing gets overwritten. Sadly, she rushes out. But then she realizes that she has to go through. And Wu's like, no, don't, Monica, don't. But she goes anyway because she's stubborn and she's like grit and she's got fierce. She's fierce. She goes through this. She goes through the hex, and then she starts seeing like a multiple versions of the people she played in the hex world.
Yes.
With then we get like a lot of dialogue from like some of the characters, particularly also in Captain Marvel, and of course it just ends with you hear Carol's voice say, when they were handing out kids, your mom got the toughest one, and I was able to firm her resolve to focus herself, to not be split by this place. Merge together, and she breaks through, and then her eyes, during the course, her eyes turn blue, and she's able to see the electromagnetic waves or the energy matrix spectrum of everything. What composes everything. This is a big nod to the comics that when she played Photon, Pulsar, Captain Marvel, and Photon shit. It's like a big call out. So she's got powers. No, Darcy, no, she is not a mutant. She is a mutant, someone who was born with the gene. She is most likely a human mutate, someone who gains powers later through science or something weird or whatever.
Yeah. So like she's like an enhanced human now,
Thank you. She's
basically.
just an enhanced human.
Through the hex.
Yes. It's rewritten her cellular and molecular structure to an extent that it's only affecting her, not anyone else, because they were already in the hex, so it's not going to affect them and have any kind of negative proportions and give anyone powers.
Yeah.
Unless they are thrown through said field, nothing's going to happen to any of these people by the time the thing is eventually erased. But who knows? I could be wrong. Yeah. So Vision's able to just decide, look, I gotta go see my wife. And Darcy says, okay, just leave me here. And they always leave poor Darcy. Like, God damn it. I think she'll be a factor later, hopefully. So I'm gonna hold out for my girl Darcy.
Yeah, hopefully. I think she will be. I think she's gonna step up and be one of the heroes.
Yes. So Monica rushes off after she's able to like get control of whatever's happening to her body. She rushes off to see Wanda's house, who's like taking a Xanax or some shit like that. I don't know. Because that's what moms do, and like that's what the mom fucking does in like Modern Family.
True. Yeah.
But anyway, Wanda is just shocked to see her. You're back, and I swear she has an end for poor Monica. She's always tossing the poor woman with the fucking powers.
She's like, you're back. I'm gonna wreck you. And then Monica's able to stand up. Like, no, I'm gonna wreck you.
Yes, yeah. Monica has a big hero moment when she's able to, when Wanda's saying you do nothing but lie to me, and she is about to slam her to the ground, but Monica's able to do a hero land and everything, and used whatever excess energy to block any kind of impact, and just stares at her, and Wanda's just stunned, like, oh shit, like, what did I fucking do?
She gives that Pikachu look,
and that glare she gives us, like, bitch, I'm gonna take this shit personally if you keep doing that to me. Like, I was so much Monica was just gonna bitch slap her, like, stop doing that, or pull a Jessica Jones and just toss her through a roof, like, stop it.
Stop throwing me through the heck.
Exactly, like
that shit hurts.
It does. It ain't exactly light, but
yeah, exactly.
But then Monica is able. She glares at her for a second, but then just starts really says, "I did nothing but tell you the truth and what word you made me say. Watch yourself. No, you need to hear this, Wanda." And she gives her the speech about grief and like losing someone, and it's actually kind of working for Wanda a little bit until Agnes steps in, says, "Oh, my baby, my poor baby, are you okay? You need to go," or some shit like that.
Yeah, pretty much. And then they did that, basically the modern version of that woman pointing at the cat. It was like,
Yes.
Like, holy shit, and like, someone did it.
I mean, they could. I mean, it might be a happy coincidence that happened. Like, no, that wound up police and everything, and Monica's the fucking cat. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Happy
Zoomers.
place
Thank you,
right now.
Internet. You're rarely going overboard. Damn it! Now I cannot unsee it.
Yep.
So as Wanda's being brought to Agnes's house, Wanda asks about where the kids are, and she says, "Oh, they're probably fine. They're probably downstairs." And Wanda, she goes downstairs, and then it's like the place changes. Like it's like very dungeony, very Eldrick, very weird shits down here that I can't comprehend. And apparently, there's also a grimoire down there. Weird rooms on the ceiling and shit. And then Agnes walks in and just says, "Hello, Wanda. You think you're the only magical girl in here?" And I'm not. And I'm thinking, "Oh, magical girl. Is it because they watch anime? Does those writers also watch anime? Because magical girls is a thing that you hear on there or something." That's
I
besides the
mean,
point.
possible. I
But
wouldn't be
anyway, she just
surprised.
yeah, then she just says, "You think you're the only magical girl in this place or something?" And then she uses her magic, and Wanda freezes, and as a purple haze comes over her eyes, we are introduced to the most bombing song of 2021 called Agatha Heart. We see Agatha all along, and it starts playing. Very monsters, very nice lyrics, insidious, perfidious, and like
Yeah.
and the lyrics are very demeaning, like saying there's nothing you can do right now, it's all going to go to hell now because it's been Agatha all along. And then yes, she turns to the camera and just says, "And I killed Sparky too," and just and cackles like a witch. And that's the end of the
Yeah.
fucking episode. But during the
Yeah.
course of the episode, that little segment, that little scenes, we see her manipulating the foundations of certain things that happened throughout the past episodes. Like, from she's like I'm the neighbor on the right and everything. She's done a lot of shit. She was the one that brought Pietro to the house. She put on a fucking actress moment again when Vision was asking about her and everything, and then she makes a little face at the fucking camera, which is so fucking like, yes, Calvin Hahn, this is her. Yes, of course. And then you find out she's also the one directing Wanda at those little modern family moments, and then it's just very spectacular. I can't really describe it in detail because you gotta watch it for yourself. You have probably
Yeah.
seen pictures and shit. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the show ends, and it's left the entire ones who watch WandaVision to declare that either Agnes is the best antagonist in this series or in the MCU. It's up for debate depending what you're going by, but yes. WandaVision, Episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall. A lot of shit happens. It's good. Or it's getting great.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we only got the last 2 episodes left.
Mm-hmm.
So, any theories we might have? I don't personally think it is a fucking devil.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about this because I was watching fandom and I heard Roth Cornett say this, and I'm going to take this from her. And so much love to her. She pretty much said, "I hope it's not a flipping devil, because if it's a devil taking control of 3 women." To be the main manipulator, to manipulate these 3 powerful women, that has pretty much goes into that trope that the woman is easily to be deceived and corrupted by a powerful evil in the world and everything, that pretty much is a detriment to like all womanhood, more or less. And I am paraphrasing. Go watch the
Yeah.
latest episode of go watch the latest fandom review by them because it was good.
Mm,
But
yeah,
yeah, I don't think it's going by those standards. I don't think it could be Mephisto.
yeah. No, and I agree. Now, could he appear later on? Yes, but that might be a future film and stuff. Maybe.
I
Who
had
knows?
I had the thought that maybe as a joke, Darcy could be not Darcy. The blonde lady could just be an avatar to like Mephisto, and her eyes glow red at the end of the show, or something like saying "I'm watching you" or whatever, and call it a day.
I mean, I think that'd be actually a great little Easter egg or like funny way of like like doing it. And I wouldn't be surprised if why can't they just make it Professor A woman in the show? I mean, why not? I mean, now just do it.
Like, and just look,
Uh,
just looks at the camera and just like, oh, I'm always watching, but stop blaming me for things. God damn it, I do have other work to do. I have other work, you know. I ain't just look. I have other work. Seriously, you leave me alone. Leave me out of this. Just
I would love if they did something like that. And it's like, I'm busy, Doctor Strange. This something, something funny.
you know
Like
what?
I do that.
You know what? I just thought that it could be Jack Nicholson doing the devil. Mephisto.
Oh, good.
He
That'd be
would be a
great.
good like. He was always a devil in one of those older movies and everything.
That is true. And they did
Let
like
Jack
that.
Nicholson play a version of Mephisto saying, "Okay, leave me alone. Okay, I had nothing to do with it." And call it and be in peace out. Like I'm done.
I actually made a crack joke. Hey, why not this Mephisto? And it's the Blue Exorcist Mephisto instead.
Oh
Like I just,
yeah, I have not thought of Blue Exorcist in a minute.
yeah, I just saw that and it's like, hey, why not this version instead? like, like the crack version because like people are like putting out their own theories and stuff. And one of, one of my followers is like posting up, what would be a good Mephisto? And it's like naming all these A-list actors like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro and John Goodman. And it's like, okay,
Yeah. Oh yeah, one of those old time. Oh yeah, one of the older actors. Yeah, go for it.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, more funny theories, but yeah,
And also the whole thing about the mutants. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I don't think that I'd rather the X Men be already part of the universe in a weird way.
yeah, I can see that. And maybe they'll do that once again, like the gene thing, because I think it's important to rewrite the mutant gene, and not like sort of like what humans sort of did, even though that was another crappy Marvel experience, sadly.
Yeah,
Um, like where maybe the gene activates due to some effect. Doesn't have to be connected to WandaVision, but could be connected to something else.
I
Maybe.
think it's connected more to the 5 years that we did not see in the MCU. Like evolution found a way. The waters were cleaner. Everything was changing. Evolution found a way to like change the people who stayed, who just remained here. All the ladies is eggs. Evolution.
And that might be what they do is like they can explore because there's lots of stuff they can do story wise with the 5 years that we haven't obviously seen and explored. So they could use something like that.
And the thing is, Professor Charles Xavier, Eric Lancher, they could already exist, and they're just like they're not like, and they're already mutants, but they didn't do anything because why would they? This has nothing to do with us.
That's true. And
They
once
could
again,
already, you could say that they're already mutants, but there hasn't been a big mutant boom as of late because what were they gonna do in the 40s and 50s or whatever they got born in and say, oh, I'm a mutant and get more persecuted because reasons, and they had to
true.
hide themselves away at different circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
could. they could just make the whole endgame thing like factor into the fucking mutant boom, maybe.
That's true. Maybe there weren't as many mutants back then because, well, going by time, maybe there were few, and then
There are some mutants who did exist. Apocalypse
yeah,
probably existed like years before, but he kept to himself and shit. Who knows?
yeah, or he's like sleeping, or slumber or whatever.
Slumbering in the desert somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that's possible, and honestly, that would be a good way to connect them, maybe.
They've always existed, but we don't know about. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Our first experience with chronologically wise, our first experience with any superhero is Captain America in World War II,
Yes.
and then oh god, Peggy Carter, got to throw down for Peggy Carter. God damn it, she introduced Shield and doing her own missions, and I'm thinking about watching that series again.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute, and
Yeah.
I do need to watch it because I know I missed some episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I missed the season finales, and yeah, I did miss episodes of the second season of Peggy Carter. That was a good show.
Mm-hmm. It was.
And what I'm getting at, Peggy Carter, so Shield, and then she was like one of the four parents of it because she was still around in the 80s and probably knows Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, and they did
Mm-hmm.
some secret work as Ant-Man and the Wasp because it's shown in the second film. So the era of superheroes or people with powers have started growing by the 80s at best.
Mm-hmm.
And then Captain Marvel in 1995, but she left the world, so no one, so her classification is top secret at best. So of course no one knows about her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what I'm getting at, mutants could already have existed as a small thing, and then it eventually just becomes a boom after the Avenger era of the world of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're still gonna get like the Fantastic Four. They're gonna be a big prominent stance with them,
Yeah.
and then of course Blade. He'll be dealing with vampires. Maybe the world of magic kind of got changed too during the 5 years, and it's like, oh, there's been a rise of vampires like in England and something. So someone's got to deal with that, and we in America are still dealing with the ramifications of all these people coming back, and we got a lot of red tape we got to go through.
And, and,
That's like a lot of shit.
and it may be because of craziness the last 5 years, and then brings Moon Knight in, and it's like, okay. And other crazy characters.
Yeah, but remember, we are going to get like other shows detailing what happens like in the present after the Endgame war and all that shit. As
Yeah.
WandaVision is detailing the events with Wanda after everything, we're going to see Bucky and Falcon, Steel.
Falcon. Yep. Next month or 2 weeks.
Yeah, so that's going to be cool. I hope it's going to be just as big as WandaVision because like that. I mean, WandaVision is kind of like the big kids. Is like, oh god, they got to find a way to be just as good, or people are going to be upset or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think WandaVision is like the more personal, like story, whereas Falcon Captain Soldier is gonna be like a big action esque series. I think a little bit that's gonna like keep us guessing what's gonna happen. Maybe.
I mean, it's going to be like Winter Soldier series, as it were, because Winter Soldier still slaps.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. It's like it's gonna be like spying action. It's gonna be a thriller.
Which we need, and like that high adrenaline and action and everything.
Yeah. So this is gonna be more like adrenaline driven rather than like story driven, character driven, maybe. WandaVision.
But
Like,
however, these shows are very. I mean, that's giving us MCU and everything.
yes, they're giving us that, and then of course after, you know, Falcon Winter Soldier will be low key and stuff in May, so that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, and
And
then we might get Black Widow, but who knows?
Yeah, Black Widow as well. And then What If stuff in summer. So
Oh, that's still supposed to be a thing, isn't it? Damn.
yeah, the animated stuff I guess in July. I mean, so that's I'm sure in summer.
Mm. But also to conclude, to go by Heroes Before Forge's video, which is awesome, mind you. They're good.
Yes.
They're good dudes. Hector really is the Reed of that group. He was just like naming, dropping all these things, and I think the one on the far right was like shaking his head, like, "Oh my god, what does he talk about? What the fuck?" And the one in the middle was like, "All right." Like, god damn it. He's like, god damn, Hector. You with the knowledge. Go for it, bro. You're awesome.
He's great with the knowledge, both with DC and Marvel.
Yeah. You can tell he reads all the comics. Like, oh shit. Okay. We know who holds that down for the group. Okay.
Yeah.
But they had some good theories, which I really can't dismiss. Very good.
Yeah, I can't dismiss any theories because, well, unless they're like ridiculous, you know, and stuff. But yeah, I mean, because they could be valid at some point, or something that Marvel considered but maybe discarded because it's either too on point or it's too obvious or
I
something.
guess I have a question. Why do we have the need to figure out everything on the get go, and why don't we just wait till it happens?
Um, I guess because like people's like speculating and stuff, and I know fans wanna like theorize about stuff because it's like we got nothing better to do because we're still in a sort of pandemic, there's some good news, I guess, but it's like we're not out of the woods yet.
Oh no. I believe I saw a voice actor had to cancel his trip to Japan this year again over the summer. So I was like, you know what? Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if once again, like oh god, it's like delayed or canceled.
If it's
You
canceled,
know,
that means that's it. God damn it. It's,
yeah, yeah. It'd be sad, but who knows at this point?
our
Yeah,
relatively our health is much more important than something that is like has like 25 years worth of shit going on.
yeah.
It's
And I would
it's
be surprised if even if it was like done with, someone could like buy a license in a few years and bring it back.
the era of cons really might be hitting at just an endpoint for now, sadly.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see, but yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right. We are an hour and 37 minutes in.
Sweet.
Is there anything else you want to discuss before we turn in, Mike?
I think we had a good discussion this week.
Cool.
Like WandaVision once again was really good, really enjoyable,
Mm-hmm.
and once again, like when episode 8 drops, we'll know some more,
And
more
you'll
intriguing.
get Chris's words in the matter next week.
Yes, and we'll get their Chris's thoughts as well. So it's gonna be good.
Yes, it will be. So, I guess there was a conclusion. Anything else I want to throw out there? Oh, right. One more thing. This is like a side rant. I decided to on Friday. I decided to watch 101 Dalmatians.
Oh yeah. 'Cause the Corella, the Corella
Yeah, Cruella.
drop.
Yeah, Emma Stone's Cruella trailer dropped, and it is nothing more than Joker, Joker mixed
People
with Harley
saying,
Quinn, and yes,
like people saying, like it's watered down Joker. I think okay. And I watched, like I can sort of see
I
that.
was seeing more Harley Quinn, but that's just me.
I mean, yeah, she could be Harley Quinn. No, I'm just wanting let's petition her to be Joker and for the Batman verse. Just fucking
She was sporting that Michelle Pfeiffer short hair bob
yeah,
thing.
yeah, she was. So like Catwoman too. So like yeah, I can see that a little bit. And I found it funny that people just immediately thought it's Joker, like, okay.
Oh my god! I think the DC fan, look, DC fans, you got your Zack Snyder thing coming next month. Go to that, please. Okay, shut up.
Oh god.
You got them. Okay, all right. This is something else, but the Cruella de Vil trailer was flipping. I actually enjoyed it. I might want to go. I actually want to watch it now.
Yeah, it does look a little trippy. So like, yeah, it could work. It could work. I mean, watched watched the Angelina Jolie Sleeping Beauty one, so might as well.
Maleficent was all right. I did see the first one in theaters when it came out for whatever reason.
Yeah,
It was all right. I didn't think much of it, but it did answer some questions like how the fuck did Aurora like get through her earlier baby years? Because oh, and I also watched Sleeping Beauty, and I actually got to finish that. But Jesus, it's something.
mm-hmm.
But Cruella de Vil trailer good. It was great. I'm gonna watch it. It looks fun. Also, 101 Dalmatians. Bongo and Perdita are awesome parents trying to just save their kids, but they go so far for those damn puppies. They make it seem like those puppies are their children, the human children. They went far for those puppies,
Yeah, they did.
and it's like, damn, she's not even pregnant. Like, God. I
Mm-hmm.
think in the live action one with Glenn Close, she does get pregnant while they taking care of all those puppies at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the film, if I remember.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
But and a fun fact: if you want to know what happens to the puppies, just watch that short-lived show that came out in the '90s, 101 Dalmatians, the animated series.
Oh yeah, that's serious. Oh my god.
It was like short-lived. I think it was like a season, but I always felt like it was more. I don't know.
I think it was about a season, maybe.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun because it was showing them their lives on the farm and shit. So,
Yeah.
Maleficent is fucking scary because, goddamn, she just the way that actress who voices her laughs and everything. It's like it always brings a chill to me whenever I hear it. Like, damn, she went
Yeah.
through it in this role.
Yep, and she's also the same voice actress does Stepmother and Cinderella.
Because I would think she got typecasted, but you know what? If she can do good, if she can do bad for like a kid movie. Hey, go for it.
Yeah, Sarah as well. So those are Disney fans, you know, then yeah, she's the voice of Stepmother as well, Cinderella. So yeah.
And I can't help but think, Aurora didn't really do anything. She just let the plot like drag her along. She didn't. She was not even a factor, and we treat her as this top tier princess.
That's true.
She was just
She
fucking
is,
cursed. Like, damn. Okay.
I was just cursed and I had to get kissed to wake up.
And I,
Yeah, it happened.
it just happens, and it's like at least Cinderella kind of tried to get to what she wanted to believe in something, but Aurora. She just kind of there, like, oh, I'm just here, darlings. I don't know what I'm here for. I'm dazed and confused and shit. All right.
Yeah,
I don't think much of
most of
Aurora.
the
I'm
movie.
sorry. I don't think much of her. All right.
That was
You're just
honestly
there,
most of
girl.
the
All
movie.
right.
Like she was like Snorlax from the movie. Like,
Yeah,
sleeping.
thank you, Michael. You know what? The Pokemon she would use is Snorlax because they sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, if True Love's kiss can wake her up, what would wake up Snorlax?
Like poker flute, I guess. But not the one that Jesse played that just annoyed the shit out of him.
Ouch.
Yeah, there's an episode where like Jesse was playing and Snorlax was just getting annoyed.
Did he
So
beat?
the finally,
Did he kick
the
her
finally,
ass?
yeah, he just finally blasted him away. That is just typical. Team Rocket's buzzing up again.
Why do I feel like I've seen that episode? It must have been one of the older episodes.
Yeah, it's like 10 years ago, I think, maybe.
Oof.
It
Oh god.
feels
Mike.
more.
Oh god.
It
Do
feels.
you...
It feels like it might have been 5 years ago. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, Cruella DeVille trailer, go watch it. You'll enjoy the Harley Quinn
Yeah.
illusions and everything. Emma Stone looks like she had fun. She's a good actress. She's
Yes,
currently
she is.
pregnant, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you're right. I think that was pretty much a good thing we did this week.
Yes. Yes, I think it is.
So we're gonna end it now. So I'm Jeff.
And I'm Michael.
We are CJM, and this is episode 49. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but I'll think of something. And
Yeah.
we will see you with Chris on our 50th episode on Sunday.
Yes, 50th episode.
Yes. Until then, stay gold.
Bye.